What is good, friends, and welcome back. I have a guest with me, David, DX7. I think he's the man for this topic as we're going to talk about spending. It's Christmas, well, soon to be Christmas, and during Christmas, we spend, and we also spend in the game. And you guys saw the auction. We're going to talk about this outraging auction that Lilith released. A lot of you are shocked, so we're gonna try to listen. We're both spenders. We're not judging anyone. It's your money. You spend it as you like. It's your business and your business only. But in the end, if you're thinking about spending, just we're gonna give you some insight, some advice if you should do it or not, because this video has two topics. We're going to talk about the auction, and we will talk about the gunning to the top event, which have a one point in common: spending. Okay, so Warpath is a free-to-play game. You can play for absolutely $0, but you can spend as well. If your desire is to be more competitive, the only way is to spend. So there's two categories. So now today we're going to talk about spending. What do we think about this auction? Maybe get your reaction, David, when you saw this auction event going on. What was your feeling? Were you shocked, upset, or not again? So what do you think about this?
That pretty much sums up my sentiment. Yeah, not again. I wasn't shocked. Maybe a little bit, I suppose. I guess I wasn't expecting the price of some of the auction items to be as high as it is for a starting point. I think that was shocking. I'm not shocked by what they put in the auction. You know, the blueprints, top tier, base skins, things like that. And actually, funny enough, maybe they listened to my suggestion, but I put a suggestion out there for them to bring back old gunning to the top skins, and well, here they are. Maybe I should regret that decision.
Yeah, maybe you should have shut your mouth.
Maybe I should shut my mouth. Yeah, maybe that's my fault. My bad, guys. But
yeah, he's that guy.
So, that like $1,000, item, that's the highest priced item in the game that you can just buy. But what was more shocking is that it's an auction. It's a bid. It's a starting price. So, right. Yeah, I was shocked. I was not upset because, to your point, you can play for free. No one forces anybody to spend any money on Warpath. It's not mandatory, and you can go down and play, down in silver if you're a completely free player. No problem. There's a place for everybody to play, and of course, there's, I'm not upset by it. There's very wealthy people that play this game. They have, either really good jobs or investors, doctors, whatever. And maybe they don't even play a lot, but they have a lot of money. None of that's an issue to me. But I think the shock factor was the realization that Lilith over the past year has progressively, more rapidly, and continuously been putting more pay content more frequently in the game, but also the prices have been exponentially going up. And what we're seeing is the biggest drop of the biggest priced items in the game that you can buy. And I think that's pretty shocking. $25 for a buff starting price. And the items they put in there, whole other topic, 60% barracks buffs and 45% garrison buffs. So it's getting pretty crazy.
It is pretty wild. I wasn't surprised as well. I played like you from the beginning, the good old days, and I see a pattern where there are more packs, and every time there is a new item, a new element into the game, there's the monetization that comes with it. Okay, you can purchase pretty much everything in the game. You can purchase victory, you can buy reserves and whatnot. But just so you guys understand this auction thing, okay? It's really important. The good thing is everything is written in the event description, but if you don't want to read, then there is a starting point, and it's an auction. So you can bid. If you bid, it means you need the diamonds to be able to bid. And if you are the recent bid, or I don't know anything about auction, but let's say that your bid is successful, then you will win the item unless somebody else bid over you. Okay? So the trick is you see the starting price, but it will not be the final price. I guarantee you that. Okay? So this is the first. It's not deceiving, but it's what you see is not what you get. Okay, so you have to be ready to get outbid. The second thing is that I really don't like is 3 minutes before the end of the bid, every new bidder reset the timer to 3 minutes. So it can go on, and the bid war never ends, and it's kind of sneaky. It's kind of a bad way to make money if you ask me, but I mean, I'm not gonna judge anyone. If you want to bid on them, bid on them. For all that means, I don't care. But I just find it weird. They find a way to offer a limited amount of items, and the richer the commander will obtain it, basically. So it's not about something that you deserve because you work hard for it. It's about money. Money talks, bullshit walks, right? So those are those items. If they interest you, then that's fine. One thing that I find weird is those blueprints. I have many blueprints above 1600. Okay, it's not difficult to pay. It's 250 starting bid for a blueprint, I think. 250 USD. 500
USD.
500, thank you. So $500, you would rather play the mechanician ammunition event. Most likely you will get a good blueprint, but you will get all the merchandise, all the resources that comes when you play, versus that auction. You spend 500, you get the blueprint, that's it. So the value is, I mean, if you win the auction, it's minimum 500 once again. So the value is not really there. But of course, the demographic, the person that look for those don't care about the value. He have disposable income, and he's hoping, he's waiting for the auction to begin, believe it or not. And as for the base skin, it's the same thing. It's $1,000 starting bid. Yes, you get the skin right away. You don't get all the element that comes with it. I understand their position because, you know, you have to think about all the commanders who won the gunning for the top event. They spent a lot on those skins. For Warpath to release them later for much less would be kind of betray the spenders, or that would devaluate the skin in terms of, even if it's just pixel, but they're trying to limit the quantity. I guess that's,
Yeah, in a way.
It's right.
So like my thoughts on that is, I don't necessarily think it's devalued per se, because like with this event, you're only getting the base skin. The people that spent all the money on it during Guiding Top, the amount of resources and wrenches and packs and crates that you get as part of that spinning is so far beyond that. So that's, like, to me, gunning is not so much about the base skin. I mean, you are going after that, but it's what you're also getting with that money you're spending is pretty intense. Like that particular event, I did 40,000 city contribution coins as an example. So for them to re-release the base skins now for like 1,000, I like, that doesn't bother me, being someone who's pushed gunning to the top quite a lot, because they're not getting all that other stuff that I got from the actual event. So I think that's okay. But
however, they would sell more skins if they throw it in the legendary showroom to be up for grabs with golden tokens or platinum tokens or maybe another currency. They would make more money by selling. You always make more money by selling a lot of items at a cheaper price than fewer items at a more expensive price. But like I said, my theory is they want to keep the skin exclusive.
Seems
So
like it.
and to for the newer spender that are looking for the exclusivity, they don't want to well, you know what, in 2 years everybody's gonna have this skin, so I'm not gonna buy it. This kind of, I don't know, that's my theory on it. I may be wrong, but
No,
anyways,
I agree with that. That is a
yeah,
factor.
it's a
You know,
factor.
like I use some of the skins I use are actually because nobody else has them. So like I've got one skin that like I'm the only one with that on the battlefield, basically most of the time.
Most of the
That's
time, yeah.
cool. You know, it's nice for your base to stand out as a spender in that way. So I would say that is a factor. Absolutely.
And I mean, it's up to you, friends. If you think that this event is outrageous, it's not fair, it's lottery, and then you don't buy anything. If nobody buys anything from the auction, this event won't come back. I mean, if Lilith spent the money to develop this event, with all the artworks and the mechanic on everything behind it, this costs money. They know it's gonna work because the demand is there, okay? And there's, like I said, a limited quantity of them, so they will find a buyer. But if you don't want this event to come back, then don't buy anything. That's, if it's not popular, it's not worth maintaining it. So that's what I can say about this. Will it revolve? Will it come back? I'm pretty sure. I mean, I see where this game is going. There's more items for sale. There's more packs. Now we were used to a 99 pack USD, and now we see $1,000 pack. So the gap, the step is quite high.
Yeah.
What will it be in 2 years? I don't know, but
2 years from now, oh man, that will be. I think would see $5,000 packs in 2 years. To be honest, it looks like they. I think it'll definitely come back because even if they spent a lot developing it, the next time around they don't have to do anything. They just bring it back into the game, so they don't have any more cost. So they can recoup their cost over, say, 5 years. So I think this is probably, if I had to guess, here to stay. And yeah, it would be interesting if in 2 years time we do see that first $2,500 pack, $5,000 pack. It looks like they basically did what eBay does with this event, because that's right. You can flat out just buy items, but there's items that you can bid on. And I've never really bid on an eBay item before, but I think there is that same concept of at the end, like you said, the timer resets, so it can just keep on going until there's no bids for a 3-minute period.
yeah, that's crazy.
So 24 hours from now, it'll be interesting to see when those bid.
Yeah, I
if we
wonder.
can see all the bids.
Yes, I wonder if we can see who's the winning bid, who's the bidder, who's the lucky one, who is the fortunate enough commander to
People
own.
we need to invite to our streams to donate some super chats.
Sure, I wouldn't mind. So we can feature you if you would like to be in this video. Why
Absolutely.
not?
Me and Mag will feature on both our channels. Come on aboard.
But imagine, let's say you purchase the barrack extension, the wall, not the wall buff, but the base durability buff. You put all those buff in effect and you wait until you get attacked. Can you imagine the battle report you can produce with this?
Yeah, so my first experience in 56, within 24 hours, we had a friendly war. And so Redneck's account is like 900 million power. He joined the other team to balance it out, so we had to kill him. And he did not use buffs purposely, so the war could keep going. But he basically was like, if I use buffs, then you guys would never kill me. And that's with 30% buffs. And so, because keep in mind, you've got the tactic buffs now, and now you've got the 60% barracks buff, and now the 45%.
The new wall buff at 3%. You stack them and on top of each other. And you could be
he
a
did
real...
use that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that on the live stream. I actually was able to record that and show where the base HP locked at 60%, and it did last for 15 solid seconds. So that 900 million account probably got, I don't know, it wasn't a huge report, but he got quite a lot of kills within that 15 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, this thing is kind of well made. I won't say I'm a fan when I'm sieging a base that have it, But
Right.
it's a cool feature. Anyway, so I mean, guys, what do you think about this whole auction nonsense? Are you? I don't think you're up for it. There's a movement on Discord that is against it because certain person they say goes against the rule. They cannot participate because it's kind of a lottery. I didn't understand quite they were saying, but anyways, they are against it. They don't like it. Once again, all the whales get the best buff, and they're already difficult to destroy. Now you give them more. You just raise the difficulty level to nightmare. Okay,
Yeah. I think the story behind that, Mag, is basically there, like in the US, there's laws, yeah, about doing any like actual lottery style or because like lotteries are regulated in the
yes,
United States. Gambling, there's also laws about that. And Warpath being a game where the features are available to effectively minors. I mean, they have to have a credit card and that kind of thing, but it is there, like, if they have a PayPal or whatever. But I think that's what it has to do with is if it qualifies as like a lottery or gambling and violates regulation or laws. And somebody shared with me that it was Rise of Kingdoms or something like that that actually had to remove a feature
okay.
from the game because it violated the U.S. Regulations for the lottery. And I think that's a Lilith game as well. That's their
I
big
think so.
Lilith game, I believe. So I don't know if this kind of falls into that or not. Somebody would have to probably file like a class action lawsuit or something and challenge it. But that's how that kind of came up. But there was supposedly you can look it up, and there was somebody said there's actually an article about the Justice Department making a ruling
Okay.
on that. But this is becoming common in a lot of games, so I don't necessarily think they're doing anything wrong per se. And of course, it's optional; it's not mandatory. I think there was a twist with Rise of Kingdoms where it was somebody said it there was some mandatory aspect about it, and that's why it got removed. So like you could not, like they were kind of forcing you to participate in some
Oh,
manner,
like a
right? Where
dark
this,
pattern.
yeah, where like this you don't have to at all. You just don't touch it, and no big deal, right?
Well,
So it's going in an interesting direction.
another interesting topic is we're gonna follow through with the spending thing. We're gonna talk about the gunning to the top event. A lot of commanders ask me, how does this event work? Well, you just read the event description and you figure out how does this event works. Basically, it's another type of auction where you battle against spenders. But some of you are asking, what should I expect playing this event? How good are my odds to win? Because the gunning to the top, how it works is only the first top 5 commanders get a permanent base skin. 6th place and below, you get a temporary base skin and you get a permanent unit skin, and then it trickles down and everything's get temporary, and the rewards are smaller. So basically, I've played this event once. Okay, I played it once, the first one, and I can tell you that it was an instant regret. I didn't know what to expect, but it's my fault. It was a brand new event. Now I know, and I can tell you I'm no longer interested to participate because maybe you can relate on that. Near the end, it gets crazy, out of control. If you think you know what you're getting into, you don't. Okay, so tell me.
Understatement of the century. Yeah, you want me to share all the stories?
Some stories, or I mean, just it's a spending event, but the major league spending event. Okay,
It is a major league spending event. So I'll share a couple stories.
sure.
So yeah, first one I did Christmas was the Aussie skin. I think it was third place. Had no idea what I was getting into because when you do the event at first, it's like you can kind of keep up your points. It's like, yeah, I'm doing pretty great, pushing. I know I'm spending a lot of money, but within that last, like people push hard either in the first couple hours and then they kind of stall out until the end. But what was really shocking is that last hour and even that last 5 minutes. What I quickly realized was because I did it. So I'll be honest, I dropped, that was a $10,000 event for me. People were dropping thousands of dollars in literally a 5 minute window. And we were like literally two or three people in real time buying as many packs you could from the anywhere just to get the gold so you could convert that to the resources to get points. So that's what I think the number one thing people don't realize about going to the top is it's not the first day or the first 10 days, and it's like a 13-day event.
It's a long event.
So it's long. And then that last hour, everybody's going to push hard. And so you might think like I'm sitting at rank 3, rank 5, whatever. That doesn't matter because in that last hour window, the whole ranking is going to completely change. There's people that just hide their resources and they wait to do anything. Yeah. So they'll do the bare minimum. And then at the very end, they'll just go all out. And I won't give too much details about how to do the event well, because it is competitive, but people need to be very cautious about committing to whether they're going to do this or not, because what you don't know is there's very wealthy people or people willing to drop just a lot of money at the very last minute to push hard. And if you're, invested $5,000, $10,000, you might lose that investment. And it's not an investment either, right? You basically gambled and you lost. So it is a heavy spender event. And that dollar amount for me was on server 26. I've learned how to do it better since, but on other servers, it goes way beyond 10 grand. Mm-hmm. You mentioned 30 grand, or more. So it's pretty crazy. My advice to people is, unless you really are really wealthy and have that disposable income, just don't do it. There's better ways to spend your money in the game to grow resources. The base skin for gunning to the top, unless you're a set collector like I am, and I've done every set in the game, practically speaking. So for me, I have kind of a valid reason to continue doing that because I'm always caught up with the skin sets. If you're just coming into it, unless you like really want a particular skin because you're like stuck on it, oh, that's cool, right, I have to have that. There's no reason to do it because you can get resources without dropping that kind of money and grow your account to be strong.
If you have the spending mindset and you're looking for a value, this is not it. For the same amount you would spend for the gunning to the top, you will be more powerful purchasing a classic skin in the legendary showroom, the unit skins, and the recolored skins. You get those buffs as well. You will end up being more powerful. It's just for the exclusivity, the bragging rights, the cool looking factor. That skin, the current one, it's kind of out there. It's a big skin. It moves a lot. It's quite impressive. We understand that, friends. We're not stupid. We know how you feel. You want the skin. It's cool looking. I get it, but you have to be prepared. And if you think you are, like I said, you are not. Just to put things into perspective, when I was in S21, there was a player that reached out to me and he said, Mag, is there a way to trigger packs? Because I bought everything in the store. There's nothing else to purchase except gold. So he reached that point where he had to purchase gold, because how the event works is, of course, you right now it's the bingo ball. You purchase the pack, but there's a limit of 5 packs you can purchase, I believe, something like that. Then those packs can be purchased with gold. You need the gold. How do you get the gold? Well, you get the gold by purchasing packs, and you get the gold kickback. And this is how you can purchase additional pack. Okay, so it's purchase after purchase after purchase, and like David said, you're throwing thousands of dollars per shot. Okay, it's
in the worst way, because once you buy all the packs that actually give you stuff, and then you're just literally buying flat out gold, you're getting the worst value for your dollar at that point. Because buying gold by itself
is the worst thing.
purchase choice in the game.
So
100%.
you have to
But that's
purchase.
what
Yeah.
people do.
Yeah, and that's unless you have, let's say, 5 million golds in your stash, then you should be fine. But you never know against who you're gonna play. If when I was in server 21, I didn't even look at the gunning to the top even because you had those no money accounts, and those were spending in the north of 30,000 USD for a single skin. That is crazy money, but for them it's only money, so they don't care. But for you, 30,000, it's don't tell your wife, okay? So it's, you have to be ready, and once you start playing this event with the mindset of winning, you have to commit to it. If you stop midway, then you don't get the skin, and you spent a bunch of money on upgrades, on resources, right? So it's very stressful toward the end. The anxiety is there because you keep refreshing the event to see if you're still competitive, and it is crazy. I'm telling you,
Nerve-wracking.
it is crazy. I don't want to do it again unless I know for a fact that I can win it easily. But you don't know against who you will be play. They could just some of them blew their load at the beginning and they out of the race. Some of them are waiting for the last hour to snipe you. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's and a
Yes.
friend of
Here,
mine,
one more.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
a friend of mine thought he would win the top 5 when I won. I think I won second or third place, and he got the 6th place. He got the temporary skin, and he was so upset. He quit playing for a week. He was so upset. He was so defeated that after all this spending, he didn't get any. Well, the temporary skin is just a joke, okay? So it's insulting, but anyways, so yeah, buyers beware.
Yeah. So I'll share one more so just people have some decent perspective. I know a guy who told me he dropped $20,000 on the event and he ended up in ninth.
Oh fudge!
So
Ooh, that's a reality
that's what can
check.
happen.
Oh yeah.
That's a reality check. And that ended his spending on the game permanently. He's not spent on it at all. It was a wake up call for him.
Yeah.
And he's well off financially. He's an older gentleman. He still works, but he has the ability to retire if he wants to. But after that situation
He
where he dropped
realized
20,000,
it was just
that was the wake up call where it's like, wow, what am I doing? Even though I have the disposable money to do it, what am I doing? Because I just threw it away. Like he got nothing out of it. Literally.
no.
You know?
And the end of the day, you still have to go to work the next day. You still have to. It's only a game, right? If you can't tell the difference between real life and gaming, sure, it's cool to be dominant on the battlefield and to crush everyone. But in the end, I mean, if it makes your life miserable because all you think is that bad decision, at least he realized it, and he learned a lesson, and no, this is not for me anymore. I better quit the game, stay away from it, change my mind, because you could lose. You could lose your spouse. You lose your house. I mean, this is serious business. You have to know your limit. And anyways, I want to keep this vibe positive. Okay, this skin is awesome. Let's get real. I want it. Can I afford it? I could, but it's not a wise decision.
It's almost like Bumblebee from Transformers, I think is why it's so cool.
Nah, the trend
Kind of has that feel to it.
The mech, the Transformers, they're trendy. It's cool looking. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the skin is cool. So
yeah, because I mean, compared to the T-Rex and the
T-Rex T-Rex is pretty cool. Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah,
this
it's
one's
cool. I did the live stream on it. It's cool, but I was like, it's not my style.
Okay,
but it is cool.
It's definitely more affordable.
For sure. Yeah, easy. People don't realize to get classic skins in showroom. You know, if you're gonna drop $5,000 on going to the top, you can get that classic skin in showroom for about, I don't know, I would say 2,500. You just need the 250 gold coins. So you just have to buy out showroom. So that way you get the duplicate pools, get those gold coins rolling in. You do have to use some gold
Yes.
for those events
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
well. But you can do that to your point and get that classic skin for significantly less than gunning by an order of magnitude. You know, it's I would say it's probably more comparable to awakening an exclusive officer.
Yeah, I mean,
Much
some
more
people,
reasonable.
you seem to be more into skins. I'm more into officers. To each their own.
Mhm.
I think for me, the best true officers, they gives a good result. They do the job. You see it in the game, how strong they are. And like David, he's more into base skin, whatever floats your
Regretfully,
boat. Huh?
regretfully,
What?
because
Yeah. Well,
looking back, I tell people it's like as my people literally, I get like ragged on in conquest for how high my collector level is. Like they're like, "Oh, you're so strong. Your collector 74," and it's like, well, I just got my butt handed to me by a 600 million player, you know, with a lower skin set. Like it doesn't matter if you really want to make your account strong in the game. Yes, skin sets are really strong, but you can be just as strong with showroom skins. You don't
mhm.
have to do gunning, and even if you don't have skins, exclusive officers and tech. Like if you're, you know, the amount of city coins you can buy with the same amount of money that you would spend on skins, you can easily be 600-700 million power. You know, like my account would probably be, if I never did a skin set, I think my account would probably actually be about 700-800 million probably.
But that's the
Um,
thing, though. The skin set is sneaky. You don't. It's power that nobody see. It doesn't boost your power on paper. It makes
that's
you
why I
more
did it.
powerful. That's yeah. You're pretty smart. You're sneaky.
I
So
never, my account power is really low,
yeah,
but my actual strength is quite high. So
real power is
I
there.
can 1v1 a 5 to 600 million player actually
Right.
with my base, and I'm 444.
And I think that's a strategy of Lilith not to show their real power, because if they would, everybody would run away from the whales. I mean, whoa, shit, that's too powerful. So
100%.
they hide this power, but when you enter contact with them, you what happened? I just got destroyed like Sing Song. I mean, if you one on one, my main battle tank against his light tank, I get shredded because he's backed by a heavy skin set collection. You have almost every single skin, the gunning to the top, and this stacks, and it's crazy. The latest account review I did for Jaeger, he got a 103% firepower buff. That is insane. So that's why he crushes everyone, despite on paper, yes, he's powerful, but his unit, even if it shows 55 million power, in reality it's much more. Otherwise, everybody would run away from him.
Yeah,
Everybody
my
still
skin
run away
set
from him.
bonus for tanks, as an example,
Yeah.
147% from skin sets alone. So to that exact same scenario happened. Like we were doing Athena last night, and I did light tank, and some guy was ragging on me. He's like, "Dude, we need MB." I'm like, "I don't think you know how strong my light tank is."
Yeah, it's
You know,
deceiving.
because he has a low skin set level, so he doesn't know
Yeah.
that. You know, but I've got 147% just for firepower from skin sets. That's not damage included. That's not damage resist. So, yeah, it makes a huge difference. But
Huge difference.
the reason I did it honestly is because if I didn't do sets and I did tech, I would be like 700 million power, and I would probably automatically be in gold one and epic all the time. But with my account power lower, I can still be just as strong, but play down like in gold two, let's say. And that was my strategy from the get go. When they first released skin sets, I knew what was going to be up long term. And so
That's the
that was my
secret.
strategy.
The
That's the
secret
secret.
is
But
revealed, guys.
yeah, but if you haven't done that since day one, now it's hard to go back and get all the skin sets over a 2 year period, basically. You have a lot of people have a lot of catching up to do unless they have, like you said, that disposable
Yeah,
income to do it.
it's gonna be very hard for a non-well well, he will never be able to catch up. It's just too much money to
Right.
obtain those skins, but they are there just in case you want to buy them. So everything is
Exactly.
for sale.
100%. This will probably be my last gunning to the top event I do. I think I've saved for 3 months. So I think I'm set. I know how many points I'm going to get.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do a special live stream.
All right.
And sort of as a joke, I'm going to set a funding goal. If people want to donate to my cause, if nobody does, who cares? I don't
Yeah,
mind.
right.
It's just for fun. But, if someone's feeling the graciousness of Christmas spirit, I'd take it. But yeah,
If
this will be my
yeah.
last one.
If you like the stream, you donate. You don't have to donate a grand. You donate $1, $2. I mean,
Exactly.
we do this for absolutely free. And in the
It's a hobby.
beginning, it's just to entertain you guys. We love to pump up content, and you love to watch the video. And if we get a little bit of contribution, that's great. But we do have a full-time job. This is not our main operation. Some of them, it's their full job. But regardless, if you like the content, go see DX7 channel and watch for his live stream. I'm going to wish you good luck for the gunning to the top. I hope that you...
I'm a little nervous on this one.
Yeah, I
because
understand.
I'm watching the points, and since I migrated, like 20, if I was back on server 26, I'd have a guarantee win, like no issue, because I knew who I would be up against, what they normally spend, because I've competed against those people for 2 years. So now I'm on 56, and I was shocked to find how many spenders are up in the server 50 plus, and there's some people that have pushed hard already. So I'm a little nervous about it, and I'm kind of watching right now. I'm not sure if it gets really bad, I won't do it at all, but I have prepared. So for 3 months, so I'm probably gonna go
It
for
could
it.
be your
I think
Christmas.
I can win,
It could be your Christmas present to yourself.
or not. It could be a wake up call for me too, but we'll see.
We'll see. I wish you good luck, and but thankfully you're awake at the reset. So for the last few hours, you don't have to wake up during the night and be anxious. So the time zone is good for you. It's favorable for
They're
you.
all awake at anybody pushing. They probably set their alarm clock and woke up for it.
Absolutely,
Guarantee.
you have.
Because you don't want to lose out on what you put into it.
No, you don't. Like I said, once you commit, you have to go all in, or just don't go at all. It's the best way to so your expectation is not crushed. Anyways, so yeah, we talk about big money. Like I said, friends, if you want to play the auction, just go ahead. No judgment. You decide which, if you want to spend or not. That's your business. That's it for today's friend. Thanks, David, for being part of this video. Thanks for coming. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.